and welcome guys to another very important video. This has to do with a new server, and I feel like I've said that quite a few times in the past year. So for those of you who don't know, I started this server in 2013 on January 1st. And I opened to beta on January 1st, and then released the server in February, I believe, of 2013. And the server was doing good. It was going strong, and then I think an update hit, and I was having trouble updating the server, and we were having griefer problems, and then kind of hacker problems, and I kind of lost interest after that. Kind of ruined my experience. So I kind of stopped. Not really stopped, but just left the server on and never got on really. So then I announced that I'll be setting up a new server that uses a thing called Spigot or Spygot, whatever, however you want to say it. And basically it connects multiple servers to one and is better for performance, and you can get different game modes, stuff such and such, and I'm sure you've seen other servers that use that same format. So I was down, the server was pretty much down for in most of summer, I think, and towards the end of summer I got it up again. I had a couple different worlds. I had a creative world, a survival world, and a hub, and that was a really good experience. I learned how to connect the servers and how to set that up. And I put a lot of time into building and stuff, and I was working on a minigame server when I, again, kind of lost interest, and I was just really stressed out because I was trying to do everything by myself, and it wasn't really working. But, so that's kind of where I am now. Actually no, because I shut that server down and decided that I had I rented the server for a certain period of time, and that period of time is not over till February. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to open a survival world, let everyone know that I am still here and that I am still working on a server, but I just don't have time right now. So recently, not only have I been working on the new server, but I've taken a break from YouTube because basically December got really crazy. It was the end of the year, and teachers were starting to cram tests, and I was getting low sleep, and I was just not having time for much stuff. And then my best friend Matthew, who you guys might know on the server as MJL97, came back to Orlando. He moved to Amsterdam, Netherlands, about 2 years ago, I think. A little over 2 years ago. And I've known him since like birth. He's one of my best friends, if not my best friend. And anyways, so he came back, and I was trying to spend as much time as I could with him because I only had about a week and a half to hang out with him, and he was getting his wisdom teeth pulled out, and it was all this stuff. Also, I was trying to he came my last week of school in December, so I was trying to get my homework done, get ready for my tests, visit him while his teeth are pulled out, and yeah, so I had that. And then right after Christmas, so the 27th, my family left for our ski trip, and I snowboarded, but we went to Park City, Utah, which is where we go often, and we took a family trip to the snow, went on the mountains a few days, and yeah, we had a great time. Actually, I made a video of my dad surprised us with GoPro Hero 3 Plus for Christmas, and that's our second GoPro. So we have two GoPros now, and we took both GoPros skiing, and so I was the kind of coordinator. I'm probably the most technically advanced one in my family, and I took the GoPros and figured out some shots I wanted to get, and then in that week, I edited together a 5-minute long video of all the highlights from our trip. So I'll put a link to that video in the description. It's on my other channel. My other channel is just kind of like my personal channel. I post videos if I find a hacker on a server or whatever. Not much. But yeah, that's kind of like my second channel that I use personally, that I'm sharing with you guys so you can see the awesome video I made. Anyways, so now it is January, and I have midterms next week, so I will not be on the server very much next week either. Actually, I may not be on at all. I probably will be trying just to study for my exams and devote all the time I have extra to setting up the website and the new server, because I really want to get that out as soon as possible. So that's kind of a foreshadowing. So another thing I wanted to talk about is the server. So my first server was hosted by Very Games. They are a French company. I used them because they were one of the cheapest, and I don't really even think I realized they were a French company, because Google Chrome automatically translated it for me. But yeah, so I used Very Games for the first server, and it was alright, but every now and then you can tell that it was hosted in Europe, and I was having a bit of some lag issues and stuff like that. So I used them for the majority of 2013, but towards the end, around I believe it was around July or somewhere around there, maybe August something, I switched over to MC Pro hosting, and the main reason for that was I became a helper on Hypixel server, and I still am a helper on Hypixel server. For those of you who don't know, mc.hypixel.net, no, yeah, or I think it's just Hypixel. I don't remember. I'll put it in the description. Helper is part of staff, and I applied and got in, so I help out on that server occasionally when I play. But they were hosted by MC ProHost, and they had a deal with MC ProHost to get a discount and stuff, and I was like, hey, they sound like a pretty good provider or company, I'll switch to them. So when I hosted my server with Spigot, and I had the multiple servers attached to each other, I used MC ProHost, and they were a very good company. Excellent service. Everything was great, and I'm still using them right now. However, I am changing some providers one last time over to Cubed Host. And the main reason for that is I would like to have a dedicated server. Now, I'm getting a little bit technical on you guys. I know you probably don't care all that much, but a dedicated server is completely dedicated to your network, and you can host up to like something like 15 servers on one box, and it's completely customized to you and your server, and it's all in one place, and it's great. And that's what I would like. However, I do not have enough money. Well, I do have enough money for that for the first couple months, maybe. But I think I'm just going to start off with on a smaller scale and work my way up to that. But I just want to be, when I transfer over to that, if I ever make it to that dedicated server box, then they can automatically transfer all my files and stuff for me, so that'll be fantastic, and it just makes it easier. And they're roughly the same price. They're a little bit more expensive, but yeah. So the new server is very expensive. Well, I wouldn't say very expensive, but it is quite expensive, and it's all coming off of my wallet right now, which it's decent, but it's going to be dropping here soon after all these purchases. So I really, really, really need your guys' help with donating. I'm hoping, really, really taking a gamble here, hoping that when we get the new server up, we can get people on here and get some people to donate, at least for a rank, or just donate, I don't know, something. But I'm really, really going to need the support and the money to help host the server, because it does get kind of expensive, and it's completely just a host. None of it goes in my pocket. It's all going towards the server. So yeah, and then website should be up when this video goes out, but not completely customized yet, so it's not completely set up yet, but it should be working, which I may put in the description, because it's on a new domain name, so it has a new website. See if that's working, and the developer and builder applications will be posted on a different website in the next week or so, which I'll explain later in the video. So yeah, so that brings us up to date. Today is Saturday, January 11th, 2014, and I am working on a new server. This is probably going to be my last attempt at a server, so if this one doesn't really work out, then probably not going to continue. But it does cost quite a bit of money, and I have invested almost all of it myself. Back in last year in February, March time frame, I did have a donation system set up, and I did get donations from players. Shout outs to Awesome, Two Boy, who else? Alex Fabrizio. Those are part of my staff. They really helped me out a lot, and they donated, kind of helps support. But again, I still have invested a lot of my own money towards this, and this is my last attempt, and it is quite a bit more expensive than any of my previous servers. So I'll get into that a little bit later. This is going to be a little bit of a long episode because I have a lot to talk about. But yeah, so I wrote a book on the server using a little plugin that I have, and the idea was for you guys to be able to type in a command and get that book and then read it and understand what's going on. But apparently the permission never worked, and you guys were never able to do that. So I'm just going to read it to you guys and then explain a little bit afterwards. So here we go. So the first page, info about the end to the Two Smart Bros server and beginning of a new server, way better. This is so the server that I have up now on mc.twosmartbros.com is a temporary server that will be up until end of January, mid-February. The reason is because the server doesn't actually expire until that time, and I am putting my effort into a new server. I'm kind of just leaving this one up since we have it. So Two Smart Bros was originally founded by me, MyGuy1314, and my friend Josh and Tosh13 to support our YouTube channel called Two Smart Bros. We made a few videos on that, and I'm possibly going to re-upload those one day. We played like the Herobrine map and another adventure map and stuff. That was back in early 2013. But unfortunately, stuff came up with Josh, and he couldn't any longer continue YouTube. There's a couple of reasons, not really that he could control, and I'm not really going to go too far into that because I don't know if he wants me to tell you guys, but he's also involved in crew, and that crew takes a lot of time, because when he's not in crew, he's doing homework, because we are in 11th grade together, and we do get a lot of homework. So he puts his time into crew and homework, and I put my time into the server and homework, and that's just kind of how it works out. So we are still great friends, but life gets in the way sometimes, and that's kind of just what happens. So you may see him on the server occasionally, and he is still an admin. I'm not taking that away from him. He still is one of my good friends and does occasionally pop on the server, but don't count on him being there, because he is very busy. So, in other words, there will be a new server under a new domain name, and I think I'm going to release it actually. The new server will be called Modern Realms. That's something I kind of came up with. It's kind of cheesy, but I kind of liked it, and yeah, so that's what's going on. Which also means there will be a new IP. So that is what that means is there will be a different way to connect to the server. So I will leave the Two Smart Bros one up for a little bit while the other one's up, and just tell people, go to the new IP, but that is not set up yet. So because we have a new IP, like I said, the old server, which is mc.twosmartbros.com, I will leave up for a couple weeks. Just funnel everyone else to the other server, a new server. And yeah, so I'm working on the website right now. I'll put a link in the description, but it's a work in progress. Not everything's set up yet. I just wanted to get this video out so you guys can know what's going on. Right now, I am not looking for new staff members. Well, not really. I am searching for one or two new devs to help me with coding the plugins, coding custom plugins, and setting up the plugins on the server, because I'm busy with homework and school and I can't do everything myself, because the main problem I've been having with the other servers is that I am basically a one-man show, and I was doing all the plugin management, setting up the plugins, downloading the plugins, customizing the plugins. I was doing all the building, pretty much. Matthew helped me with a little bit, but all the building, and then just kind of like trying to basically do everything myself, which is hard. So I'm not doing that this time. And that was basically the main reason to the collapse of the other servers, is I got burnt out and then was uninspired to kind of continue. So I have learned from that. And I will be getting one or two new developers to help not only make plugins, but to help this server become more unique and not just another minigame server, another survival server, to actually make us kind of stand out. So to go along with that, I am also going to be starting a small build team, and my favorite part of, or one of my favorite parts of Minecraft is building. That is something I'm passionate about. So I actually had an idea to start off my own kind of small building team, just not only to help me build spawns and build maps for survival games or Skywars or whatever, but just so I can work with other builders who are really good and really love building. So that's another thing I will be working on. Those will be known as the architects on the server, so they will be a part of staff, but lower on the staff, around mod level, if not lower, but more info about that will be coming later. I'm working on the new ranking system. I'm still a little fuzzy on it. You will need to donate to become a staff member. That is because, like I said, this is an expensive, expensive venture. It costs money to host. I do not host these on my home computer because there will be multiple servers, and it's a lot better on my network and on my computer if I host from a company. So you will have to donate to be on the staff team. So yeah, the ranks are not nailed down. Prices will range from about $15 to $50 when we launch. A purchase like member, which is, or not member, I forget, the lowest rank is $15, and that's the one required to be on staff, and then there's a $50 rank that is also another rank. But you also, to get on staff, will have to apply for membership on our forums, and so it's not a freebie. It's not like you pay and you automatically get staff. You will have to apply, and I will have to accept you. So basically, right now I need your guys' help. I can't do everything by myself. That's the issue. I want your guys' suggestions for the new server. If you want a type of world or a plugin that you've seen that you like, or some sort of, even if a game hasn't been made yet and you would like to, if you have an idea for a custom game, let me know, because if I get a couple developers, they can help us make those, and that'll help make us unique and gain more people on, so we can expand. So yeah, if you know any of those, let me know in the comments, or you can send me a message on the server using /mail. You can send me a message on YouTube, or you can email me at support.twosmartbros@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description. But yeah, let me know, because I could really need your help. I can't think of everything myself. But I think that's the majority of what I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to thank you guys really for the support over the past year and during this really big transition period. I'm hoping to see all of you on the new server. If people don't know, and you're on the server and people don't know, let them know. Refer them to this video, or let them know there's a new server going to be coming up that will replace this one, that will be 10 times better, hopefully. And yeah, I'm just really sorry for the craziness in the past couple months, and for the next couple weeks as I get everything set up and funnel you guys into to a new server. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. This was on the Crewniverse server, playing Skywars. Skywars will be on my server, by the way, because I really got into it in the past few days, and I'm looking forward to playing that with you guys, as well as survival games. We're gonna have a faction server as well as a regular survival, so if you don't like factions, you can just play regular survival. A creative world like we had on the old server, and yeah, I think that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video and you're informed, be sure to like, subscribe, favorite, and all that jazz. Tell your friends that there will be a new server. Share the I guess don't spread it too much yet, because it's not set up, but when we do get set up, I'll be looking to spread the word. So yeah, that's about it. Have a great day.